Hey, what's up guys? Hope you guys are doing well. So in today's video, I wanted to show you guys a tool that I picked up from Walmart. This is called the Swiss Tech Praktisch. It's a 17-in-1 multi-tool. And I was at my local Walmart checking out two of the multi-tools there and decided to pick this up. This is going for $61.88 at my local Walmart. And so let's take a look at it and see if it's actually worth that price. So this multi-tool does come in this cool little box here. It's a nice cardboard box. So if you're into keeping your boxes, this is actually one of the better packaging for multi-tools. So here you can see it features 17 tools. It has a leather sheath, locking mechanism for all the tools. We'll go over all that in a little bit. Textured grip. And this tool does come with a limited lifetime warranty. And as we open the box, it shows you all the tools that come with this multi-tool. So I'll bring this up right here and you can freeze this picture or this video if you want to look at all the features, but I will be going over all that in a little bit. So again, this tool comes with this really nice leather sheath. It has a little logo right here. This is the Swisstech logo. And it features a little slot here where you can slide your belt through that. And it's all nicely sewn in. The leather is really premium quality. I really like it. And it features a little button clip here. One thing to note is that the material does scratch a little bit. I must have scratched this a little bit already. But overall, it's hard to see unless you're looking at the correct angle. But I really do like this leather. It does feel like a quality sheath. And I do like to carry my multi-tools in a sheath when they're about this size. They're on the bigger size like this. And so this is actually pretty nice. So let's take a look at the multi-tool here. This is a very nicely designed multi-tool. Everything is in black. One of the features that Swisstech highlights is this scale right here, that it's a textured scale. So if you look closely, you can see that it's not that super smooth black paint that you may find on other multi-tools. This is actually a textured material, a textured paint. And so it does feel really nice in the hand. And there are these little lines here that add a little bit more grip to your hold here. Okay, so and then I do like this red accent along the tool right here. It makes it really nice and stand out, and so that's a nice little feature that they did add here. So let's take a look at some of the implements here. This tool does feature 4 main exterior tools. First, we have the serrated blade. Okay, so nice serrated blade here. Okay, and there are liner locks for all of the exterior large tools. So you have the serrated blade there. You'll have the saw. And on this side, we have the straight edge blade. So it does cut pretty well. One thing that I notice with this grip is that when I'm gripping pretty hard, there is a little bit of movement right here between the two handles. So that I don't like very much. But the blade is nice and sharp. It's cutting really well. Just that little handle play that I'm telling you guys about right there. So just be aware of that. It makes it feel a little slightly flimsy compared to some of the other heavy-duty multi-tool. Let me clean this up a little bit. Let's test out this serrated blade right here on this paracord. So it is pretty sharp. It cuts it really nicely. Okay. And the last large tool on this multi-tool is this file right here. There are 3 sides to this file. There's a single cut file right here on this side, and then the edge right here also has some markings, and so you should be able to cut some material with that as well. And then right here we have a crosscut file. Now let's take a look at the internal tools. So on the inside we have a needle nose plier. The tip comes right together, so very nicely machined there. Regular pliers, and then the wire cutters right here. Standard and hard wire cutter with a wire crimper right here. One thing to take note is that these are not replaceable wire cutters, unfortunately. And the pliers do open and close really nicely here. Okay, it's not super stiff like some other multi-tools. These are not spring-assisted pliers though, but they do feel good, and the overall grip in the hand is very nice. Okay, it's not flimsy, it's not moving. You can do a lot of work with this. So let's take a look at some of the implements. Let's look at the ones on this side here. On this side we have the large flat screwdriver, and then the micro screwdriver, or the small Phillips screwdriver, and the large 1/4 inch screwdriver. I like the way that this piece here fits right into this slot, so that they could fit this the large 1/4 inch screwdriver and the smaller one right into that slot. I think a lot of tools should start doing this in order to get more tools in this limited space here. So I've only seen this in the Work Pro and also on this one. So that's all the tools on this side. Let's take a look on this other handle here. On this handle we have our standard can opener. And again, I forgot to mention on the other side, all of these have the locking mechanism right here. And right here we have the small flat screwdriver. Let me close this. So the small flat screwdriver with a rope cutter. And the last tool on this side is this scissor right here. Cutting paper. Very nice, no issues. Let's cut some of this paracord from earlier. So it is not able to cut this paracord. I guess if you do multiple cuts like that, holding it in place, it eventually cuts it through. But you do need to do multiple cuts like that in order to get through. Let's see if I go this way, does it matter? Nope. So yes, not in a single cut, but in multiple cuts, it's able to get through. Okay. Yeah, these are kind of on the smaller side. The blade of the scissor feels a little thin, and in order to cut through this, I needed to squeeze pretty hard. It's a little uncomfortable on the thumb, to be honest. But this is that little wood shaving from earlier, and it's able to cut through that pretty easily. But it does feel like a solid scissor. It just can't cut through anything too hard, or any paracord in one or two cuts. Let's see. Yeah, so that is it for all the tools and implements on this multi-tool. Overall, I like the feel of this tool. Not so much the give or the flex right here. It makes it feel a little bit cheaper than what it should be. But the handles do come together really nicely. And the black color with the red accent really makes this multi-tool pop. So I like that. And the leather sheath that comes along with this does make this tool feel pretty premium. I do like the sheath. So that brings us to the final question. Is this tool worth $61.88? No, I don't think this is worth the $61.88 that they are asking for from Walmart. Honestly, I think this should be in the $40 price range. There are some alternative multi-tools that are very similar to this, and it doesn't have as much give here, and it does have a diamond coated file. And honestly, if we were comparing this multi-tool with the other multi-tool that Walmart sells, which is the Aus-8 Multiforce, that goes for $48, and I think that that one actually has more function, more bang for the buck than this tool here. Maybe I'll do a comparison of the two Walmart multi-tools for you guys, and we can do a straight comparison. But I think that this one, compared to that Multiforce, this one has it on the looks. I like the clean look of it, the accent here, the premium feel of the texture. But in terms of functionality and the grip and the extra tool, like the extended bit driver on the Multiforce, this one is not worth the $61. Again, I think this should be in the $40 to $45 price range compared to some of the other multi-tools that look like this. So yeah, that is it. This is the Swiss Tech 17-in-1 tool, the Praktisch. And I just wanted to open this up, show this tool to you guys, and do a little review on this tool. And that is it for today's video. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments and I'll answer those questions for you guys. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video.